How's it going, everybody? Ty Sight's Shadow Games Report, doing part 3 of Devil May Cry. Jeez, I don't even know when I played this game last. It was probably like, I don't know, 2 months ago. Wait, no. I take that back. Maybe a month ago. It wasn't that long ago. All the games are blending together now. I've played so many games on this channel. Oh my god. The years are flying by now. I think I'm like going on year 3 now of doing this show, which is kind of weird to say. I kind of expected a little bit more progress by now, but it doesn't really seem like these platforms want to help out the small streamers unless you're paying for their platform. But I'm just like, why would I pay $10 a month or more to be, boosted or whatever, and then I would only get like $1 back? Because like the way the views are coming in right now, that's about how much I would get. It's like you pay $10, you only get $1 back. So you only get like a 10% discount, maybe. I don't know. The whole pay structure is pretty absurd if you ask me. There's so many content creators now that it's kind of like overflooded the market, and now it's just like you're competing with people that just have more money than you. Because like this isn't really something I want to invest a lot of money in. It was actually just trying to, I don't know, maybe do something on the side, make some side money. But I wasn't even trying to like earn all that much. Not that I'm trying to make, the episode about me or anything. It's just kind of weird that you have to like fight these companies. You would think that they would like try to boost you so that, you'd want to help them out even more, but no, they're just like, they only want to cater to the high paying crowd. And that's why you only see certain channels on the front page every single day. It's always the same people. I mean, a lot of time, yeah, it is the same people that you follow, but I mean, there's even some people that I've tried not to follow, and they will be on the front page a lot of the time. Tim Pool is a good example of that. I don't really like watching Tim Pool anymore. Maybe years ago, but I definitely don't now. Either way, enough about me. We're going to do about 30 minutes to an hour of news before we get into the game. Since I started kind of late, we're going to try to keep the news extra short tonight. Maybe try to start the game by, I don't know, 45 minutes from now. Does that sound good? Somewhere in there, maybe 40 minutes. Somewhere in there. All right, I'm going to shut up. Let's speed roll. Let's speed run through the news. Trump warns NYC's Mamdani on communism risk. House passes resolution to end U.S. hostilities in Iran war. Rubio confirms foreign adversaries fund U.S. activist groups via Singham. U.S. Iranian CEO arrested for supplying tech to Iran's military and nuclear programs. Treasury Secretary Bessent clashes with Wyden over son's Epstein meeting. Yeah, he dropped some nukes. Big mic drop earlier today by Bessent. I remember that actually. We're definitely going to play that. House, for the first time, passes resolution to halt military action against Iran in rebuke of Trump's war. I believe Massey was a part of that. Steve Hilton, top Republican hopeful for California governor, says the state has lost its way. Washington Archbishop removes priest as exorcist after comments on UFOs and demons. Really? That same guy that we just I actually didn't cover that video. It did kind of seem such an absurd statement. That was the reason why I didn't cover it. But now I'm just kind of like, well, now I kind of wish that I covered it. That way I could see what he said and compare it to this guy. I assume it's the same matter, because how many exorcists are there? But I don't know. Maybe there's quite a few. Canada to extend U.S. steel and aluminum tariff measures for 1 year. I'm just kind of curious, what is exorcist class like? Do they actually have some real methods? I mean, do they work? I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, how do you complete your exorcism class? I don't know. Anyways, Canada to extend U.S. steel and aluminum tariff measures for 1 year. I don't know. Did I just say that? Police probe reports of men emerging from New York sewers. Yeah, I remember seeing this earlier. There's some strange video showing all these people going in and out of the sewer system. There's also another video saying there's like 7,000 miles of sewer system. I don't know if that's just in New York City, if that's just across the United States or what, but kind of odd and interesting at the same time. I mean, you can walk through them, I believe, like fully stand up. I mean, if there was a tunnel system for human trafficking, I would imagine that's probably what they would probably use. If, such ththings exist, but I don't know. The world's so fucked up that I don't even want to look half the time anymore. I'm just like, I used to be one of those people where I would just like, yeah, I want to go find these things and, search it all out, find out what's evil in this world. Now I'm just kind of like, whoa, 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 there's way too much evil. And now I'm just kind of like, I can see why people don't want to find it out half the time because it's just so prevalent. You're just like, well, shit. It's like anytime you lift up the blankets, you're going to find cockroaches. That's a bad analogy, but hopefully you get what I mean. Anyways, Mullins said he's reviewing some contracts signed by Nome. I don't know what that means. Texas Secretary of State Jane Nelson stepping down. FBI personnel have fatally shot a man holding hostages in Bakersfield, California, police say. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass advances to November runoff as she seeks second term. Well, that already sounds like somebody's buying up that election, rigging it up. Zach Land defeats Trump-backed Randy Feenstra in Iowa GOP primary for governor. CBS News fires 60 Minutes correspondent Scott Paley after clash with new producer. Iowa Senate race set between Democrat Josh Turek, Republican Ashley Hinson after projected primary wins. I probably didn't read that right, but it's okay. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was reading. I was just trying to read it and get through it. Jared Kushner says he will bring wealth, power, and status only to countries that join the Abraham Accords.
There's one thing I'm looking at from a more of a personal interest. I don't know if it will qualify for the fund, but obviously been helping Steve and to promote the Abraham Accords to make the ones that are existing stick, and then also to find new opportunities. So I have a partner, my partner Asher, who I mentioned before. He's actually of Moroccan descent and actually of Syrian descent. So we've been looking, maybe there's some opportunities to bring investment to Morocco, a country that I know you're very proud of, to really help them create dividends from the Abraham Accords. And so to show the people there that there can be great rewards, because leaders who join the Abraham Accords, it shows that they're thinking about the future, they're pushing for stability. It shows a lot of wisdom and a lot of forward thinking. So those are the environments where I think investors would want to be in. And I have a lot of American investors who are very who love the Abraham Accords, who want to join us in that. So we're looking at opportunities to invest in countries who have joined the Abraham Accords, but we're also looking at opportunities to invest in countries that might join the Abraham Accords and to create economic packages to incentivize them. So another one of my partners is Syrian, and he said, Jared, we should put together a big investment package maybe for Syria, so that if they join the Abraham Accords, they could have a big incentive to do it. How amazing would it be to have a Muslim and Jewish firm working, Jewish partners, with American, working together to try to bring investment there. So something we're looking at. Obviously, there are some complications, but I think there's a ton of potential there. And if they were to join the Abraham Accords, I think that there's a lot of people who would want to invest there to help give them the best chance to achieve their full potential.
Okay, let's give this video some context. The FBI has just raided a $35 million mansion in Southern California after an Iranian tech boss allegedly secretly supplied U.S. military hardware to Iran's military and nuclear programs. There's lots of speculation that there's quite a few Iranians here in America actually helping different Iranians. Well, in the Iranian military, is what I should say. Let's see, we got Fox reporting it. I thought there was another one. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is the news report. This might give us some extra details.
Breaking news right now to get to in Orange County. Stu up in Skyfox. Stu, what's going on?
Hey there, good morning. This is happening out here in the Newport Beach area, and it is very important. This is a federal FBI Department of Justice Joint Task Force taking somebody into custody. He was described as a businessman with dual citizenship, Iranian and U.S. Now, this person is actually accused of accused of selling secrets, basically nuclear secrets, to the Iranian government, and he also falsified documents to make that happen. He received a compensation of over $15 million that apparently helped fund this house that he's living in here, out here in the Newport Beach. Right now, though, that person in custody without any incident. You can see a number of FBI and Department of Justice personnel still down there on scene, basically looking for more evidence for this. And apparently, he's going to be facing a judge later on this afternoon. Very quick indeed. If he's convicted, he could face up to 20 years in prison. Again, this person being taken into custody this morning, apparently selling secrets to the Iranian government. I'm Stu up in Skybox over Newport Beach, sending it back to you all in the studio.
All right,
Yesterday,
Stu, thank you.
President Trump posted this on Truth Social. Think about that. A tanker with almost 1 million barrels of American oil headed to Japan. 2 days earlier, at the televised cabinet meeting, Interior Secretary Doug Burgum put it in the context.
And of course, you mentioned Venezuela, but all that flowing to our Gulf Coast refineries is also helping to keep the price of gas down at home. So again, it's an amazing transformation. Bottom line is, the center of geopolitics around energy has moved from other parts of the world to the Western Hemisphere.
So when you see that oil tanker, or when Burgum says the center of geopolitics has shifted, you're seeing the American system replace the British system in real time. And it's happening because Trump's team is consciously restoring American system principles, while it equally consciously rejects British system principles. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent gave an extraordinary speech at that same Reagan Economic Forum that Jamie Dimon was at. I'm going to walk you through a couple of key points in it. Here's the first one.
The truth is that for too long, America had been asleep. We mistook comfort for strength. We substituted efficiency for resilience and consumption as a measure of prosperity. We told ourselves that so long as goods were cheaper overseas, it did not matter whether factories went dark in Michigan, Ohio, or Pennsylvania. We assumed that supply chains would always function smoothly and adversaries would always behave responsibly, and the invisible hand would correct vulnerabilities that too few in public life had the courage to confront.
Look at what he just did. He threw the infamous invisible hand of British liberal economics out the window. It didn't protect our industries. In fact, it destroyed them. And a little later in the speech, he put it another way. He said, "We assumed the rules-based system would discipline these behaviors, only to find that in too many sectors, it accommodated them." That's a U.S. Treasury Secretary saying the pillars of the post-war free trade system, the invisible hand, or the rules-based system, not only didn't work, but accommodated the destruction of our manufacturing. So then Bessent continued.
The warning lights were glaring all around us, but our political class preferred the comfort of old formulas. Cheaper was always better, offshoring was inevitable, industrial policy was unfashionable, and strategic dependence was acceptable so long as the cost remained invisible. Beneath every one of those mistakes lay a more basic failure in our philosophy. In reducing economics to consumption, we forgot production. We measured abundance at the checkout counter rather than at the factory gate.
Again, he's hitting at one of the key propaganda lines of the whole free trade system. They sold it to people by saying, you can get it cheaper if you outsource. Measure your life from the checkout counter, not the factory gate. And then Bessent asserts what we abandoned and what we have to go back to.
Somewhere along the way, we lost sight of a foundational principle that previous generations understood instinctively. Economic security is national security. For a nation that cannot manufacture, mine, ship, or refine its needs gradually, cedes its strength and sovereignty to others. That is a dangerous dependency for any country. For manufacturing is more than output on a balance sheet. It is a reservoir of practical capability. Engineers and welders, tool and die makers, and logistic networks, plant managers and workers who know how to solve problems on the factory floor. But America has awakened. We are alert to the fact that a resilient economy is the foundation of a strong republic, that we can measure the health of our economy not merely by what it produces, but whom it lifts, that secure supply chains matter as much as stock indices, that productive capacity is power.
That last sentence, productive capacity is power, is the heart of the American system. Measure your economy from the Hamiltonian standpoint of the productive powers of labor. That is, our ability to transform nature, to subdue the earth, and to multiply. When that is unleashed, no amount of sloganeering by Tony Blair or Mark Carney is going to overtake that. Because it's...
Heard something really weird all of a sudden. Anyways. Too far zoomed in. A pyramid of Giza is encoded with the Earth? I don't know. I don't know if I can really jump into that tonight. I don't know if I feel very exploratory. It is kind of neat, though, because, like, apparently the largest pyramid of Giza, it's, like, lined up with the equator. It's also lined up with, like, perfect north. It's got a bunch of very interesting features to it. They were very aware of where north was, where the equator was, where, I don't know, just certain sequences of the entire Earth. Like even the circumference and I think even the height was even compared to, I think, the circumference of the Earth. I don't know. There was a bunch of weird math that they used, and yeah, that video can explain it better than me, so go check it out. I'm not going to play it tonight because we're focusing on the news right now. We're doing a short news show tonight, so we're not going to do deep diving. Stretzman resolution proposes ending U.S. military aid to Israel for trade partnership. That sounds interesting. The non-binding House measure, introduced June 3rd, calls for phasing out direct financial aid over a decade and shifting to collaborating on technologies like missile defense and AI. Netanyahu endorsed the plan in a letter. Okay, so it sounds like it's just the extension of what they've already been talking about, phasing out U.S. aid, but I think that probably comes with Greater Israel being created in the process. I mean, that's just my theory as of right now. But I don't know. That's where it kind of seems like it's leaning towards here, which it looks like this is the letter. We're also going to play this while that loads.
Who was I talking? I was talking to Praveen today. He's an Indian geopolitical analyst, great guy, very intelligent, and the audience loves him. And I was having a conversation with him today, and he's talking about how this is going to have ramifications beyond. So he's saying, because we were talking about what's happened between Trump and Netanyahu, he's like, Mario, the ramifications of this are very significant. I believe the report from Axios, because of how damaging this will be to the US. Because number one, Russia now can escalate, fire more missiles. Zelensky's warning of another major attack today or tomorrow. There was a major attack yesterday, so Ukraine's getting pummeled. Zelensky
Don't forget, Trump has moved all but a few thousand. I mean, he's massively moving U.S. military capabilities outside of Europe right now. He is moving it out of the continent. At a time when...
But not from Eastern Europe.
Not from Poland, because that's a special deal he concocted with the leadership there. But it's a pittance force. The heavy stuff that we had in place, so this gets to what your other guest was saying, already, because of the Iran war, it's not just because Trump already doesn't like NATO. We had a whole first term of Trump not liking NATO, and he still maintained the alliance. In fact, he still provided lethal aid to Ukraine during his first term. But now you're in a position where Trump is really quietly but seriously moving forces and capabilities off the continent at a time in which the Russians are just clearly escalating because of what Ukraine was doing to them. But clearly the Russians are getting ready to do something very drastic, not just against Ukraine. Yeah, I agree. Not just against Ukraine. I really think they're going to hit those drone factories in Berlin. I think Germany is definitely on the top of the list.
Man,
and I think now,
and
I think now that Macron has seized, 2 Russian tankers now, and the Russians are aware the Americans are pulling back because we are stuck in the Middle East again. Everybody knows this now. And so the Russians are saying, look, we're going to end this thing on our terms, and we're going to make the Europeans suffer because the Russians are very mad at their European neighbors for allowing what they see as allowing the war to have gone on at the level that it has for as long as it has. And now that the Americans are clearly pulling out and repositioning, and even if Trump wanted to, he could not support the NATO alliance in a major war. I think Russia's going to get some payback. And the French just put a big target on their back. Now, the thing with the French is they've got nukes. They've got their own nuclear force. So this is why Larry Johnson was on my show yesterday, and he mentioned this, and I agree with him on Germany, but I'm still not sold they are going to hit France because of the French nukes. But Germany doesn't have any nukes. Germany barely has a military. What they have is an economy that's ailing after the Nord Stream destruction. Turns out out American natural gas is more expensive when shipped from overseas rather than being piped in from neighboring Russia. So the German economic miracle has already been damaged because of the U.S. The German economic miracle is being slowed down because of the war. They're now talking about mass conscription in Germany to rehabilitate their armed forces. That's going to go over like a wet blanket with the people there. And now Russia knows this, and they know that there's a collapse in process within Germany, and they're going to push it along by reminding the Germans that you pick a fight with Russia, you lose. And they're going to hit those drone factories, I think, at some point soon. If things continue in Ukraine as they are, they will hit, I think, those drone factories in Berlin because they don't believe NATO Article 5 is worth anything anymore, and it is not.
But the US has a formal nuclear umbrella with Germany, among other countries.
I see nothing in Trump's repertoire, and I'm happy about this, that would indicate he would be willing to use nuclear weapons to protect Germany or any of the European countries.
No, you're protecting.
Because I'm not saying Russia's going to hit with nukes. Russia doesn't have to hit with nukes.
Okay,
Russia has.
so
Russia has. No. Russia. They have all.
I'll disagree. The reason I'll disagree is they don't need to. I've said this before on previous shows. Why do they need to strike NATO? They just need to wait it out. European leaders are already shifting their sentiment towards Russia.
Not enough.
The leaders have been.
Not enough. Listen, the Euros have not turned. They're rigging their elections to make sure nationalist populists can't win. We saw this in Romania. We saw this in Germany. They're clearly not going to let go. What's that?
Because sanitaire, where even if they win, they alienate them by building a coalition.
Right. So but my point is that the Russians, and another thing is, people don't seem to understand, and maybe this is because I do talk to a lot of Russians. The Russians don't give a shit about Europe. They don't want Europe to like them. They just don't want Europe to be used as a vehicle to attack them anymore. And so the Russians have concluded, and this whole thing about like, well, the Russians are going to next try to invade Western Europe or Northern, that's not what's happening here. The Russians have been very clear. If they decide to strike Europe, it's going to be military infrastructure that they believe was part of the effort to attack Russia via Ukraine. And so it's to deprive Europe of its military warfighting, whatever it has, capability. It's to also send a message to Europe, game over, don't try this again anymore, otherwise we'll start hitting even harder. And I think it'll probably work because particularly Germany, they can't sustain this. They are going to have a new paradigm. All of Europe is going to have a new paradigm. It's a post-American paradigm. And that means they're probably going to need to balance their relations with Russia. I don't think the current crop of European leaders can do that, but we'll see.
Actually met with Prime Minister Netanyahu in Jerusalem last week, and you provided him with a draft House resolution that would end U.S. financial military aid to Israel. Tell us more about your proposal and how the Prime Minister viewed it.
Yeah, so we had a great meeting. I tell you, the relationship between the United States and Israel is stronger than ever. And this was actually something that came from Prime Minister Netanyahu's conversation with 60 Minutes a couple of weeks ago when he said that the next MOU with the United States and Israel, he would like to see us move away from the $3.8 billion annual supplement that we send to Israel. We've been calling it aid to trade, moving from an aid supplement to a trade agreement, to defense agreements, and a real mature partnership because Israel has grown tremendously and their abilities and capabilities are incredible.
Congressman, you actually met with Prime Minister Netanyahu.
You know, I kind of wish I was on a exploratory mood tonight because this was actually a very interesting video. Go check it out. It's 30 minutes long. Mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. And it links up all kinds of cool, interesting conspiracies together. So, I mean, half of it might not be true. I don't know. But I mean, if it is true, then it's even more interesting. So, yeah, just check it out. That's all I'm going to say. We're not going to cover it tonight. It is a cool video, though. All right, anyways. I don't know if I feel like going over this video either. It is interesting. I mean, it's basically just recorded calls between... Who is that again? Porchenko, I think. Is that how you say his name? Different calls. John Kerry, Joe Biden, a few other people, I believe. President Trump now wants to meet Ayatollah of Iran.
So who's making the decisions?
Well, they say he is giving approval because that's the way it has been for a long, long time. His father and then him, I guess it's a succession. But we seem to be getting along quite well.
Would you like to meet him or meet any of the Iranians in person?
I've never thought of it, actually. It's a very good question. I'll think of it. Yeah, I'd like to meet him. I like to meet everybody. I'd like to meet him. We probably will meet at some point, depending on how it all works out.
So who's making the decisions?
Well, they say he is giving approval because that's the way it has been for a long, long time. His father and then him, I guess it's a succession. But,
wait, what?
We seem to be getting along quite well.
Would you like to meet him or meet any of the Iranians in person?
I've never thought of it, actually. It's a very good question. I'll think of it. Yeah, I'd like to meet him. I like to meet everybody. I'd like to meet him. We probably will meet.
Sorry, I was reading this over here while that was replaying itself. Trump proposes keeping UFC arena on White House lawn permanently. So it looks like there might be... It looks like Sean Strickland is being banned from the UFC White House event for having negative opinions on Israel. Wow. I really can't believe that this is all getting to this level. One of the biggest UFC fighters is not going to be allowed to go to the event. Yeah, Sean Strickland is banned from the UFC White House event for criticizing Israel. Wow. Okay, let's see what he says.
Well, you guys, I'm not surprised, but I got the call. I got the call. The UFC higher-ups called me, the big names. They said, Sean, I got to apologize, but you're not Israeli enough to go to UFC 250 Israel edition. The White House didn't clear you. And I'm not really surprised, I'm not really surprised. So, I think moving forward, I would like to just apologize to Israel. I'd like to say I'm sorry, I'd like to apologize to Trump, and I just want to prove that I'm Israeli enough for you guys. Like, for instance, whenever the list disappeared and Trump goes out there and says to everybody that he can't really go into it because people that by association will get prosecuted and their names will be tarnished. I want to apologize because I don't want them to be prosecuted. Or when Trump goes and bombs the fuck out of Iran that no Americans agree with, that costs Americans $5,000 to $15,000 to go fight Israel's war, I want to apologize. Sorry, I've been a critic of that. My allegiance was apparently in the wrong place, and I just want to apologize. Or when Trump goes out there and says, hey, Trump, your approval ratings are the lowest it's ever been across all demographics. And Trump says, well, you know what? I have a 99% approval rate in Israel. I want to apologize, and I want to repent. Apparently, I'm not American enough to go to Freedom 250. But I still got my ticket, so maybe we'll just go. I'll bring the belt and we'll stand outside the gate, and we'll just let them know what we really think about Trump and Israel.
That would actually be pretty funny. Just be stuck outside the gate. You can't get in. You have your own little show. That might actually be more entertaining. Who knows? You can have an outdoor, outside the show. Anyways. This is going on in the UK. Actually, lots of things are going on in the UK. You got that 18-year-old being killed, stabbed. Those cops just let him die yesterday or the day before yesterday. You got, I guess, mostly Muslims, but also other countries overtaking the UK and Europe as a whole, it seems like. Everywhere but Albania, apparently. I just learned today that Albania is not getting raided with immigrants for some reason. And that just happens to be where the Soros family likes to compile all of their resources of late. Anyways, did you know that official police policy requires them to be racist against whites? It is deeply wrong and must change now. That's from Elon Musk, by the way. I don't know if I
thank the Home Secretary and thank you, Mr. Speaker, for ensuring the government came to the House today. The murder of Henry Novak is devastating for his family. He was an innocent young man on the way home when he was brutally killed. Henry's family have suffered an unimaginable loss, and I know the thoughts of the whole House will be with them all. The evil murderer, Vic Randigua, lied from start to finish, including a false allegation of racism. But on arriving at the scene, the police appeared more concerned with the accusation of racism, and even the possibility that Digwa himself was injured, than they were in helping Henry. Henry told the police he could not breathe 9 times. He told them he had been stabbed 4 times. The response from the officer, we've all heard, was to say, I don't think you have, mate. Henry was handcuffed and dragged across the ground as he lay dying. Can you imagine what he must have felt as he...
Okay, I actually thought that this was the big, what was it? I think it was pedophile rapes and migrant rapes that they were reporting on. I thought that this was that video, but I don't know. Maybe I showed that yesterday, but this is a different video. This is actually talking about the same kid that I was just mentioning. So just in case that was confusing.
He cried out for help and was ignored, as the officers who should have worked to save him instead handcuffed him and inquired after the welfare of his killer, standing just inches away. Henry's dad, Mark, said this: Henry did not die with dignity. He did not die with the care he deserved. He lost consciousness before anyone believed him. So we need the IOPC to urgently and transparently report into how it was the police attending were more concerned with the accusation of racism than they were in helping a dying man. Mr. Speaker, we cannot tolerate a situation where false allegations of racism by criminals are believed. We cannot allow the colour of someone's skin to be a consideration in how the police or other public services treat people. And yet this has happened. Just recently, we learned that Valdo Caliconi, who murdered 3 people in Nottingham, was not sectioned by mental health professionals because they thought there was, and I quote, an over-representation of young black males in mental health detention. The consequent failure to section Valdo Caliconi, in part because he was black, led directly to the murder of 3 innocent people.
Insane. DEI affecting the entire world, it seems like. How does that happen? I don't know. Maybe it comes from powerful people like Soros and, well, probably many different elites funding the projects. Always follow the money. In fact, if you're ever concerned about a particular program, just go ahead and ask, like, where did you get your money from? You know, who's in control of that organization? Who operates it? You can ask all those kinds of questions and usually can get those answers pretty quickly. So, either way, Bryce Mitchell gives his thoughts on UFC White House. The government is supposed to protect us, not entertain us. Very good point, actually. You know, we don't want bread and circuses. We want actual justice. So, you know, if that's what this ends up being, I mean, I feel like at the end of the month, and I actually made a post about this, I feel by the end of the month, it's going to determine Trump's presidency. Because that's going to be close to when this happens. This is, I think, the 4th of July event. We also got the big alien disclosure coming up here soon. It's around the same time period. Everything's going to revolve around Independence Day. And I guess really the events kind of leading up to it. I feel like even like the Iran war will come to a head here at the end of the month. Whatever happens, you know, it will determine the rest of the presidency, in my opinion. But I don't know. Trump is one president to surprise no matter what. He did push back against Netanyahu yesterday, even though a lot of people felt like that was kind of fake. He did reassert it this morning, actually. I believe it was this morning. Basically saying that, yeah, he said what he said. You know, what Axios reported, which I was surprised. I was like, yeah, I don't know. It came from Axios. You gotta be careful with Axios. Anyways, let's see what this guy says real quick.
Did you see that Sean Strickland?
Oh, this is the video right here.
White House for talking about Israel.
I'm not surprised at all. I mean, you know, freedom of speech is what really makes this country great. And when you can't criticize a foreign nation, come on, man. We ought to be able to criticize our own nation, let alone a foreign nation. In fact, that's the only nation you're not allowed to criticize. You know, so something's going to change because evil empires don't last forever. There's always a rebellion. You ever seen Star Wars? That's what's going to happen, bro. Darth Vader's going to get took down.
What are your thoughts on the UFC White House just in general? Like, do you... Obviously, you said that you didn't really want to be on the card anymore, but it's such a spectacle, right?
I don't remember ever saying that.
Okay.
I do want to be on the card.
You do want to be on the card.
I do. And this is what I got to say. First off, I ain't jealous of any of those fighters. I'm so happy for those fighters. I don't think you could have got a better main event. I'm happy for every single last fighter on that card. If they need me to fill in, if I'm healthy, hey, I'll do it. For the UFC, I think it's great. It's beyond great. It's literally the perfect scenario. But as far as I'm an economics major. I love studying politics on the political side of things, not the UFC's business. That is, of course, they're going to say yes to it. But what I think personally is that our government is desecrating
with an accent like that. That's kind of scary.
By
he also gets hit in the head a lot. That's also kind of scary for economics. I don't know, man. I think I've heard enough from you. Trump confirms he did talk down Netanyahu. Ty-Site says...
You were angry with him. You said, are you effing crazy? What are you effing doing? I helped you stay out of jail. Is that true? Did you speak to him in those terms?
I did. I wouldn't say angry. I was a little bit perturbed at his constantly fighting with Lebanon. You know, at some point I said, Bibi, we got to stop this. We got to stop it. But I have a very good relationship. We've done well together. He always says, we could never have done it, but everybody knows that we could have never done it without the United States. But I've worked very well together. I like Bibi a lot, and I've worked very well with him. We had I'm a wartime president. He's a wartime prime minister. Very important part of the world, and I think we've done very well. We've gotten along very well together.
Which you were angry with him. You said, are you effing crazy? What are you effing doing? I helped you stay out of jail. Is that true? Did you speak to him in those terms?
I did. I wouldn't say angry. I was a little bit perturbed at his constantly fighting with Lebanon. You know, at some point I said, Bibi, we got to stop.
You know, there's a reason I just replayed that twice. I just happened to listen to X22's interpretation of this earlier, and I was just like very put off by it because he was very defensive towards Netanyahu. And I don't know, it just gets very strange whenever you have this weird back and forth where you're just like, nah, man, like we need to go like full on. I don't know. If we were to like actually combine like the Israeli and American forces, I would just want the American government to run that entire military at that point. I wouldn't want Israel's cooperation or even involvement. You know, like I want them to take commands from us if we're going to do something like that. I don't know, it's just very disturbing type of language, you know, because we have all this pushback now. We have lots of Americans, you know, just basically saying that we're not going to put up with a foreign nation controlling us. You know, we're not going to our military is not going to take orders from their military, and hopefully they don't. I wouldn't think that the American mentality would accept that, but we've just fallen so far from what it used to be. It just makes it, I don't know, makes it difficult to accept. Trump launches $300 million grants to fight urban violent crime. The New Model Cities initiative offers nearly $300 million in grants to 2 to 4 large U.S. cities that create full public safety plans, funding more police hires, better equipment, training, drug programs, youth prevention. You know what? And we should probably make sure that the cops actually know the law if they're going to enforce the law. Like actually teach them the law. I don't know. That just seems like the smart thing to do. And targeting repeat offenders. Memphis saw violent crime fall 42% since a federal push started September 29th, 2025. With murders down 40% and car thefts 65%. DC reported homicides dropping 54%. Applications opened right away, due September 1st, 2026, with Trump urging locals to push their leaders to join for safer streets. And then we're going to hear the mic drop moment from Besant earlier today. I believe this is today, yeah.
From the very first day I took office, our administration has waged the most successful war on crime in American history. Last year, the murder rate saw the single largest decline ever recorded, falling to the lowest level in 125 years. We've reduced the fentanyl coming across our border by 60%, from Washington to Memphis to New Orleans to our southern border. We are restoring law and order to America. Now we're taking our next big step to defend public safety in America. At my direction, the Department of Justice is beginning what we're calling the Model Cities Initiative to slash violent crime in major metropolitan areas all across our country. In selected cities, the Department of Justice will provide $300 million in grants to hire police officers, modernize equipment, provide training, and improve law enforcement. This historic funding will go to confronting substance abuse, preventing youth crime, and combating repeat offenders. In short, we're committed to making historic investments in improving the quality of life of city residents nationwide. For the next 90 days, any city or local government representing a population of more than 100,000 people can apply to take part in this exciting new program. It's amazing. Tell your local representatives to apply now by going to www.justice.gov/grants. With your help, we will put more police on our streets, and we will put dangerous criminals behind bars where they belong, and we want to keep them there. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good time. You're amazing people.
You're amazing people.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Let's be clear here. Nobody is interested in the ramblings of a capo in the most corrupt regime in American history. We want to get some facts about this deal. That's what we're here for. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and I will ask my questions first today.
And we would like to hear what Adam Wyden and Jeffrey Epstein talked about. Your son's largest investment position was Rick's Cabaret. So did your son and Jeffrey Epstein talk about pole dancing as he begged him for money using your limited credibility?
I'm going to proceed with my questions.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Let's be clear here. Nobody is interested in the ramblings of a capo in the most corrupt regime in American history. We want to get some...
Oh, it just circled back. Sorry, I was like looking at this post over here. Apparently Trump grilled Caitlin Collins today from CNN. Let's see what he says. Yeah. Today.
We'll believe it because they knew what
Jeez.
was going on. They're crooked as hell. CNN's a very corrupt organization. But
why do I even pay for premium service?
Never smiles. She never smiles. She's a young, beautiful woman. Never smiles. I never see a smile off her face. I see her standing there with hatred in her eyes. Like she has hatred because we have borders, because we have a strong military, because we cut our taxes, because we do things that everybody wanted, and then we win our election in a massive landslide. We win 87% of the counties in this country. Nobody's ever heard of a thing like that. And that's because we're doing the right job. And we took a detour down to Iran because we can't let Iran have a nuclear weapon under any circumstances. We can't let that happen. So the reporters should be happy. They shouldn't be unhappy. They should be very happy. Because you know what we're doing? We're saving our country.
Yes, Mr. President, two questions. One on...
And we'll believe it.
What? It didn't even show it. Come on now. Who made that clip?
How do you define ceasefire?
Pretty much the way it is. It's a different part of the world. You know, I'd say in that part of the world, ceasefire is when you're shooting in a more moderate manner.
How do you define ceasefire?
Where's the part where he bodies her? Come on now. Is this it? Yeah. That's all I was waiting for. Come on now.
They're crooked as hell. CNN's a very corrupt organization.
Get the full clip. Why do they do this?
Right there. Never smiles. She never smiles. She's a young, beautiful woman. Never smiles. I never see a smile off her face. I see her standing there with hatred in her eyes. Like
that's hilarious.
She has
oh
hatred because we have borders, because we have a strong military, because we cut our taxes, because we do things that everybody wanted, and then we win our election in a massive landslide. We win 87% of the counties in this country. Nobody's ever heard anything like that. And that's because we're doing the right job. And we took a detour down to Iran because we can't let Iran have a nuclear weapon under any circumstances. We can't let that happen. So the reporters should be happy. They shouldn't be unhappy. They should be very happy. Because you know what we're doing?
We're saving our country. That crooked as hell.
He has to throw that in. Saving our country.
To Lebanon and fighting Hezbollah.
I think he understands that Lebanon has been taken hostage by Hezbollah. It's basically taken over the country. It's an Iranian proxy that puts all the citizens of Lebanon at gunpoint and uses Lebanon as a platform to launch terror missiles into our cities, to launch killer drones against our civilians. And so if we want to save Lebanon, and if we want to get a Lebanese-Israeli peace, as I do, we have to disarm Hezbollah and we have to demilitarize Lebanon. And I think that's a goal that it's
Head
not
person smacked
a
her.
goal that the president and I share. And
When it comes to Lebanon and fighting.
Interesting. So apparently Anna Paulina Luna got smacked by, I don't even know. After I questioned Secretary Rubio on Code Pink and their ties to the CCP, their organization followed me out, berated me, and their head person in D.C. smacked me. I'll be filing charges. Yeah, that's probably going to be a heavy charge coming from a Congress member. Sitting, no less. Alrighty. Let's see, where are we at on time? Congress just voted to end the Iran war. Jesse Waters.
Fox News alert, the House just passed a war powers resolution to end the war in Iran. The final vote, 215-208, with 4 Republicans breaking rank, including Thomas Massie, who just lost his re-election bid. The vote would mean the president would have to seek out congressional approval for any future military action. The bill now is going to be voted on in the Senate, so we'll see what happens there. Even if it does pass out of the Senate, Trump will just veto it, so it's more symbolic. In other news, someone might have to clean up his cave because someone's coming over for dinner.
The people we're dealing with, we know they're the people that are leading the country right now.
Is it the gay Ayatollah?
He's involved, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, I think they have a lot of respect for him.
Would you like to meet him or meet any of the Iranians in person?
I've never thought of it, actually. It's a very good question. I'll think of it. Yeah, I'd like to meet him. I'd like to meet everybody. I'd like to meet him. We probably will meet at some point, depending on how it all works out.
I doubt the president would have a summit underground, but Trump will sign a treaty anywhere. That's if things go well. If they don't, here come the B-52s.
I have to make a determination. Do we sign a deal or we do it the other way? And the other way is not nice.
What will the other way achieve, though?
Certainty. It would be over. There wouldn't be any talking. There wouldn't be any delays. But, I'd rather do it the nice way from a humanitarian standpoint.
POTUS says it takes 2 to tango for a deal. If not, well, Lockheed Martin's been doing a little testing over in Arizona. For the first time ever, they intercepted an Iranian-style drone using a Grizzly launcher. It's cheap, effective, and Lockheed's put all of this together during the ceasefire. So don't get on Trump's bad side. Netanyahu did this week. It didn't go well.
You said, are you effing crazy? What are you effing doing?
The hell's a grizzly? Never heard of that.
I wouldn't say angry. I was a little bit perturbed at his constantly fighting with Lebanon. At some point I said, Bibi, we got to stop this. We got to stop it.
Israel's been freelancing in Lebanon, and Trump doesn't want to have that scuttle the deal. Netanyahu, he responded.
President confirmed that he said you're effing crazy. How did you react to that?
Why doesn't he care that he's attacking
these tactical disagreements, we always find
another nation?
and we do sometimes as great friends. We can,
I don't know. They say that Hezbollah attacked first, but I don't know if I believe that.
Hezbollah problem.
Hezbollah is not just a challenge to Israel, it's a challenge to Lebanon,
Hezbollah,
and the Lebanese people. And we are hopeful
I believe, is actually kind of like ISIS. They're funded from
Lebanon to reclaim this country, but it's complex. This has been going on since since OJ had ISIS owners.
Speaking of Hezbollah, turns out they have phones.
U.S. entities and other Islamic
The
entities.
president says Hezbollah and Israel both agreed they're not going to shoot at each other anymore, for now.
Probably funded by Israel too. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yesterday, we hit one of their islands right in the mouth of the strait.
I'll just blame it on Qatar.
It's a different part of the world. I'd say in that part of the world, ceasefires when you're shooting in a more moderate manner.
The only big bombs Trump wants to see are Iran's, and he's ready to dig up the dust.
And that stuff is buried underneath a mountain that virtually collapses. Very, very hard to get it. But nevertheless, I want to get it. We're the only ones, us and probably China. Are the only
Alright,
two.
we already went through all of that, so I'm going to stop that video there. Let's see what this is.
Cuban people.
Right. Now it's got a community note in case somebody wants to read that.
Of cutting off oil, cutting off every single way that government can get money to keep the hospitals going.
To actually get aid to the people of Cuba, because it doesn't sound like you do.
No, because Marco Rubio has been sanctioning the Cuban people.
Is this the moment she gets assaulted?
By the billions.
The government.
By the billions.
Anna Paulina Luna looks kind of short.
You are misinformed.
Whoa, okay. Touched me.
Oh, it was like,
no,
sorry.
It doesn't matter. You just touched me.
All right,
You're going to
I won't
walk
do that.
away right now, or else I'm going to call Capitol Police. Don't touch me.
I will walk away. Bye-bye.
Oh, wow. She barely tapped her. Okay. Yeah, that is a little...
You have no power. You are misinformed. When's the last time you were in Cuba?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, if like it was like spit or something, that'd be different. I mean, she's not like getting her coat messed up or anything. I don't know if you can really determine that as assault, but I'm sure they probably will anyways. Oh yeah, we already went through that story earlier. Alright, is it game time? What time is it? It's almost an hour in. Yeah, it's game time. I went over, didn't I? Yeah, I did. It's okay. We still are under an hour. Alright, let's get into Devil May Cry. I haven't played this game in, well, you already said that earlier. A month or so, probably. Oh, wrong one. Damn it. Shit. Can't get it off the screen. I have to close this game out again. Screwing up everything, man. I remember having this problem last time, but maybe I did. Try this again. Did I go full screen whenever I switch out? I hope it does. I'll check on it in a minute. One other thing I gotta check.
You guys seem tight. How'd you meet?
Is it Irvin?
I'd like to know who I'm risking life for to win. He's my brother. He's trying to save the world. What's your story? Listen, I never asked for your help. You gave it, and I appreciate it. I trust you. Trust me too.
He rescued me. I was in foster home. My foster father was a demon. He attacked me most. I couldn't physically escape, so I ran away. I mostly wandered limbo in spirit form. I heard my cry for help.
Okay, so it's not full screen.
I killed the monster. I'm gonna deal with them all. Stick with this to the end, right?
Count him. You've done well. You dealt with the succubus. That will have hurt Menace. Got his attention. Now to land the second blow. Disable Menace's monitor. Raptor News Tower. Controlled by Mundus. They have a monopoly over the world's media. News, advertising, entertainment, mind control. Yeah, and surveillance. They spy on the populace through their network of satellites, routers, CCTV cameras. Yeah, it's that big. What's the plan? Okay.
The Raptor News Network is run by a demon, Bob Barvis.
Bob Barvis is a demon. So he's more than just you. And he's in that tower.
Not that tower. That one.
Huh? In Limbo, that's not a reflection. That's the real deal. It's a prison. And Barvis rules.
I like this song.
There's no mercy.
These kamikaze
No
dolphins.
escape. Prepare the gateway. You have to go alone this time. I can't follow where you're headed. Alone is fine. Shit done enough. Plus side, we're getting cameras together. Good.
Dante, I don't know much about this demon.
I'm sure it'll be lovely. Now I get why your point of view is so upside
What do I do again? How am I supposed to get over there? Oh wait, I forgot I could do that. Oh shit, I just fell. Ah, dodge. Forgot. Forgot how to dodge. Forgot how to do everything. Oh wait, that's how I do it. So many button combinations for this. What? What does this do? Damn it, I don't have anything. Alright. Somehow... Come on, me, bro. Damn, I need to stop doing that. Fucking A. I don't even know I died. I think it's the first time I died in the game. Alright. Because I'm out of practice. Damn it.
Never thought I'd be bringing in the jail.
Can you step on that?
Just doing God's work, Bob.
Oh.
Gonna have to take a detour. Okay, here's the tower. Back on track. Whatever you are, get the hell out of here.
Bro! I never have freaking anything where I can buy anything. What the hell? So annoying. How much is the upgrade? I don't even see it. Oh, I got 5 upgrades. Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. Stomping stuff in from the air.
Go on, get lost. Ah, great. Here's Mummy.
Oh shit. You pressed the wrong button. Oh, go on.
Has brought you
some health, man. Do I have to? I don't even want to go there. I guess I have to. Oh wait. I don't think I have to. I still can't even afford one, dude. So dumb. I forgot what you use to heal. Like, in the world. Like, where do you get the stuff? Alright. Now I can buy one. Should I buy one large one, or... Oh, all of Dante's health. Yeah, I'll get one of those. I mean, what the hell else was I supposed to do? I don't know where I'm supposed to go. That's all that's up here? Really? I'm supposed to jump over this thing? Okie doke. Alright, I guess I'm supposed to do this. That dumb. Guess it's worth it though. I think I just need one more of those things. Where do I go now? Where am I supposed to go from here? Where did I come from? Up there? What am I missing here? Oh wait, I didn't see that up there. Everything's like blue, so it's hard to see.
I'm coming for you, Bob.
I don't know. It's like an old man getting his ass whooped. What the fuck just happened? He like fell off really quick. Anyway. Shit. Get over here! No! Get over here! I'm not falling for that. Come over here. Oh wait. Oh, she's dead. Okay. That works too.
Who's there? I know you're there. I can feel you. Who is it? I'll cut your head off.
Please stick down. I'm not gonna hurt you. Guess you give me a reason to.
Are you a prisoner of Mundus too?
No. I'm from upstairs. Now, can you tell me how to get to that tower?
Tower? Why?
I want to kill the demon that runs the show. Will you help me?
Yes. I can help. You help me first. Those flying bastards stole my eye. They torment me incessantly. I can't leave here without it. I'm trapped for eternity. Get me back my eye, and I'll take you to the tower. Over here! Flying bastards! Come! Go! Follow them! Find their nest!
I'm not going. I honestly don't know where to go. What the fuck? Any ideas? It literally like just put me out here and I have like nowhere to go. Doesn't look like I can reach anything. What the fucking shit, dude? Where am I going? What in the world, bro? I seriously don't see any particular direction besides, like, this direction. That looks like the way.
Yeah, that's it. Lead the way.
Okay. So I guess I was supposed to do this.
Bastards. There you are. Whoa!
I don't know where to go. I guess I'm just supposed to go to the side.
Flying bastards. You wanna play?
Fucking A. Train hit me too at the same time. Oh, I'm out. Why does the price go up whenever I buy one? Kind of dumb.
fight. Now, how do I get back?
Kind of want to since I used one earlier. Save my ass. Dude, what the fuck? Where do I go? This way. Alright, this way. Alright. Fuck, you went right on me. Fucking A. I kinda wish it gave me health after I killed an enemy, but it doesn't. There's something that gives you health, I just can't remember what it looks like.
Who's there?
It is I.
Have it? Have you? I can see. I can see. Dante.
You know me?
No. I know your father. Sparta. I can see him in you.
Sparta was a demon. I'm nothing like him.
No. Of course. You are never. I can see that too.
What are you?
Phineas. Scholar. Inventor. Prophet. And until you arrive, political prisoner of Mundus. I am grateful.
Wasn't favored. You said you'd take me to that tower.
Of course, my friend. Of course. This way.
A plus. I still can't change anything? That's dumb.
You were blinded in prison for how long?
Hundreds of years.
You sure you know your way around?
Like the back of my hand.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts?
I forget. You and I see things differently. Seeing things differently can open new paths.
What do you mean?
You only see evil in me because I am a demon. Try opening your mind. It's all a matter of perspective. As I said, I see things differently. For me to begin, I have something to show you.
I'll switch out. There we go. It's like the currency of the game, so I kind of need it.
Her name was Asio. An ancient. Nothing like you. I know
Big titty Nephilim.
the Nephilim were the third race. Sadly, they were hunted down and slain.
Why?
They wielded the power of both angels and demons. But unlike them, the Nephilim could easily cross worlds. They were formidable.
Which made them a threat. Like me.
And like you, they held great potential. What a waste. You want to reach your full potential? Perhaps Asio holds the key.
What holds the key? One second, yeah. What the hell? Did I not jump far enough? I guess I gotta jump twice first and then do it. Okay. That's literally what you gotta do. Okay. No. What's up, babe?
Yep.
Nice. That's a witch.
Nope, it's a fucking demon.
They're always pretty until they... I don't remember that demon. Where'd she go? Ow. Bye, lady. She looks like she had lots of potential, too. She just had to be crazy, didn't she? She just had to be a demon, didn't she?
Right. Asiel holds the key.
No! It took a while for it to actually fall down, so I didn't even know it was behind it. Am I going this way?
Got it.
Dante, really is you.
All right, let's see what happens.
Dante, you are here because I wasn't able to protect you. For that I am truly sorry. Your father fell in love with me. A love that transgressed rigid, ancient boundaries. We chose our path in the face of certain annihilation. We never regretted our choices, but we never gave you yours, dear son. Now, finally, you will have that choice. You will have a great power. A power that will allow you to forge your own path. That, my son, is freedom. Be brave, my son. I love you.
Devil trigger. Down in there. Oh, cool. Okay.
Thanks for your help. Thanks for your help.
Dante!
Oh, right, the tower. On my way.
Oh, that's the health thing. That's what I was looking for. I hit it. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, that's how you heal. I gotta look for the green things. There's the red ones and there's the green ones. Oh, get out of here. I don't care about that. Why would I buy that? I'm not gonna waste my stuff on that. I shouldn't even waste my money on the small ones. I don't know why I buy them. You know me? I'm going the right way. I got her. I think. Ow. Oh, I got her somehow. I got her too.
I just want to kill the Demon King named Mundus.
And if you do kill Mundus, who would take his place?
No longer suited to violence. I cannot proceed.
Thank you, Phoenix.
It wasn't quite a failure. I want to see Mundus destroyed, and I now believe you may stand a chance.
What made you change your mind?
You were right. You're not just like your father. I see your mother in you, too. You want to hit Mundus hard? Listen now. Mundus has power almost beyond limit. But he has one weakness.
He has a weakness?
Yes. His mistress, Lilith.
His weakness is that he loves her.
Mundus? Love? No, my friend. Yet, she has recently become the most important thing in creation to him. This is what I have seen. Lilith, his mistress, carries his child, his heir. You want to hurt Mundus? Kill Lilith. Kill the child. Nothing will hurt him more.
But be warned, the fury of Mundus is boundless. Many thousands could perish. Good hunting, my master.
Slightly disorienting, but I think we can make it. Try not to throw up anybody. Oh shit.
Good. Finally have your attention.
Ooh. Looks like a boss battle. Oh, Barbas.
Hey, Bob. Put a
Famous
spin on
news
this.
anchor?
My personal view on the terrorists is that they are disgusting, degrading, ghastly, sleazy, purient, and generally nauseating. The worst of them is Dante. The whole world would benefit greatly by his
Is that Levin?
non-existence.
That might be Levin, I don't know.
You think so?
Sometimes they base these characters off somebody else.
Little shit.
Oh shit. Am I not even hurting them? I'm not even sure. What do these do? What do these do? Well, I guess so, because... Am I not hurting him, though? Feels kind of weird about all this. I'm just kind of like, am I even doing anything? I'm not even like paying attention to his attacks now. I'm just like, how do I like do any damage at all? What am I doing wrong here? I'm just like... Is that what I'm not doing? I don't know, man. There's something wrong about this. Is it glitched? How do I fight this guy? I don't remember it like being like, I don't know. I feel like I got through this guy like kind of easily the first time. Am I supposed to like, there's like little platform looking things on the ground. Am I supposed to like ram those somehow? Let me try something. That's how you do it.
Into this!
Now what we have here is some truly shocking footage of the terrorists
known as Dante, at the Bellevue Pier recently. So what do we know about this Dante? Several people have now come forward, and investigators have pieced together a shocking history of violence. At age 8, he attacked and killed the head nurse at St. Lamia Orphanage. She was described as a sweet old lady who particularly enjoyed working with children. Between the ages of 11 and 15, he broke out of no less than 8 youth detention facilities, often mounting brutal, humiliating attacks against the prison officers just doing their jobs. Between 16 and 17, he became involved in gangs, drug peddling, and is believed to be responsible for over a dozen homicides. And worst of all, he was also a well-known cruiser in the seedier districts of the city, rampantly spreading sexual disease of the unholy kind.
And ain't that the best kind, Bob? This is hard-hitting news, Bob!
And he just started killing people. He looked me straight in the eye, and at one point, it was just terrifying. He definitely had pedophile eyes.
What?
I saw one girl, like, beg for her life, but, like, he said he was gonna kill her anyway. And then he did. Like, totally.
Since that horrific attack, it has come to light that Dante is involved in the terrorist organization called The Order. I have a message for The Order. The whole world is looking for you. Every camera, on every street corner, every police force in the country and worldwide. But we will find you. We will destroy you. It's only a matter of time. This is Bob Barbas of the Raptor News Network. Just doing God's work.
I interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news.
I had to switch out to my fist instead of my axe. That's what I was doing wrong.
Recent attacks has been located and is being stormed by SWAT teams as I speak. 2 of the terrorists identified in these images are known to be in the compound.
Bastards.
The 3rd terrorist has been cornered in another part of the city in a separate police raid. Rest assured, those responsible will be brought to justice at any moment, dead or alive. This is Bob Barbas of the Raptor News Network. Just doing God's work.
You're cornered. We got you. We'll crush you. And you know what? We'll do it live.
Shit. Oh shit. Damn! I kinda wanted to start the... Oh fuck, I didn't mean to go all the way back. Damn, man. I kinda wanted to start the boss over anyways. With all of my, health or whatever. Oh, come on, I made it. Oh, come on. Did I get him?
Breaking news, Bob. You're fired.
I think I got him. Kinda wish I got him in one go, but whatever. I wasn't paying attention to my health the last little bit. Thought I had him. Ooh, got some new toys. Jeez, this game's got so many freaking weapons. I mean, I like it, but at the same time, it's a bunch of stuff you gotta learn. I think you're like constantly switching throughout the entire game.
Make your next move, if you will. You've already lost.
Satisfactory. Well, damn. I guess if I didn't die. I also don't like that I used both my orbs, and I also don't like that it took me that long to figure out that that was a little platform. I knew that orange thing had something to do with something, but I just didn't know how to switch back to my freaking fist. Forgot about it.
They're not in yet. I gotta get to them first. Hang in there, guys. I'm on my way.
Cool. Called Aquila?
Gather around. Keep up.
Jesus.
Who are you, fucknut?
That's Fucknut, the Butcher. Whatever, I dodged. You gotta hit him from the front. Bro, why are you not dodging? Oh, keep pressing it. Shit. See that guy. I just have like a slither of health left.
Damn it. They're breaking in from limo too.
Is there like no health anywhere? I don't want to have to use my shit. I just got it. Come on now. Give me some health somewhere. This game is not very forgiving that way, is it? Huh? Oh wait. I think I'd at least the Aquila thing. Nice.
Where are you guys?
How do I get up there? I use one. I hate when my health is that low.
Hey! Can you...
Shit, that was in the head.
Attack! Where are you? The graffiti. Just keeping them out. Nice work, Cat. Hey! Over here, Sawboy!
How'd that hit me? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, he got me, fucking bitch.
Over here,
Jump, bitch. Keep forgetting. Oh, he still got me. Meh. Still got me. Shit, there's no dodge. Come on now. Let's release. Dodge, bitch! God! I wish he could dodge twice. Why is he not dodging twice?
Hey! Over here, Sawboy!
I'm glad he still followed her. Bitch. I forgot I could do the angel evade. Oh, press the wrong button. Did we make it finally? Jeez.
Remember, dead or alive. Ready? 3.
Bitch is new.
1.
Cat, are you there? Stay out of sight, you hear? I gotta get to her first.
barricaded from
That's
the
right,
inside.
Cat. You keep him out.
She knows we're here. We need a demo squad here now!
One second, y'all. Gotta fix something real quick. Not gonna be playing for too much longer, but while we're still playing, let's have a little bit more power.
No, not now.
Oh fuck, he got me. Fucking A, he got me again. Fucking A. Boy, where the hell's the health at? You put any health in here for me? Stupid.
Cat, are you here?
Oh my god, they're in! Move, move!
Get out! The place is overrun.
Run! Get out of here!
Damn it! Can anybody hear me?
I don't know where I'm going.
Shit.
Oh, we got plenty of stuff now. Look, it goes up every single time I buy something. That's dumb. Shit.
This place is infested. I hope Cat's okay.
Yeah. I need to buy some of this stuff. New Aquila stuff. Tornado. Big Slick.
Who you looking for, shitheads?
Oh.
What was that? What are you smiling at? It's on, bitch.
Dude, he actually hit me back with it. Come at me, bitch. Oh, I actually got him. I didn't know I could hit it back at him. Bro, dodge it. Come on now.
What in hell was that? Cat! Cat!
Dante,
I'm here.
I don't know what to do.
Where's Virgil?
I don't know. He's probably in the server room, the Octagon, but he might be trapped in limbo.
How do we get to him?
I don't know. I'm stuck in here.
Is there something I can do from limbo to break you out? Think!
There may be a way. I'll guide you. you.
Okay. Might be a good place to stop for tonight. Mission complete. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. If you liked tonight's episode, go ahead and like. If you're new to the channel, please follow. We may or may not be on tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, y'all. Go enjoy yourselves.